Next bit of fiberglass. The wheel arches were made of this stuff, bits of aluminium angle screwed together with bits of ply, and it's really rickety and it's all falling apart, and I don't like the idea of plywood for the wheel arches, so it will be fiberglass. And this is going to be the mould, and I shall fiberglass on top of this as it stands. It would be nicer to fiberglass it from the inside, but more difficult to make the mould, but this will be fine. Small cock up here, and I should build into the, I've welded some little tabs onto the chassis to screw the wheel arch onto and the outer skin. And I think how it was made before with the timber was on the inside so that water could come over the top and sort of into the inner floor area, which was a bit rubbish. So we'll have a cavity here, and here along this bottom edge I shall build in a batten into the fiberglass to sit it onto that timber floor. I can't fix that on yet, because what I plan to do is have the new fiberglass skin sit on top of this fiberglass flange, if you like, that's already there. So I can bond it to that and then fiberglass up the wall as well. So it's quite a big piece. This is the inside, all blocked from the inside and screwed, because you need to get to the screws once you've got the fiberglass on to get it all apart. So the outside screws now I'll take out. Ready for fiberglassing. I've taped all those raw edges, and I've plasticined these fillets. I've given it a spray with some wax release. It doesn't need a lot though, really. And I've covered up, there's a slot there which I've covered up. I'll cut those in after. But it's a big job to do in one piece for me. Right, so that was a bit of a panic. It's a big area to cover on your own. And I mixed up 700 grams of thyme. I probably did 5 of them, 4 or 5. 2 layers of 450. And I put some Kingspan ribs in there. And this, I don't know if this will work. I fiberglassed that whole face. And then I pre-prepared this board and screwed it from the back to get a flange on there to mount it to the floor. So whether that will actually work or not, I don't know. It saves trying to glue a flange on later. Not perfect, but for this application it will be fine. I took it out the mould last night. It's the next day now. It came out dead easy. But I trimmed it off first while it's still leathery with a Stanley knife around the edges. And that's pretty light. There's the inside. See where the plasticine was. I've got one little bubble there, which doesn't matter. Pretty good. Let's see if it fits now. A few relief cuts where it didn't fit where I thought it might fit. So I'll screw it down, put some Tiger Seal under or something, screw it down, then epoxy over the top. That flange has worked out well there. Screw it down to the floor, bolt it back to these tabs. One little cock up, not quite enough to get onto that tab there, but I can invent something to do that. It's not vital anyway, but pretty good, I think. Not fixed yet, but that just drops in nice. I've extended that tab to give me a bolt fits in there. So I'll get that glued down with Tiger Seal and some epoxy and some screws. I'll call that a success. I've done that side first because the other side is sort of smaller because I've got the fuel tank going on over there and it's more complicated, so this is like a practice run.